Right then, championship predictions for match week 38. Match week 38 indeed. So we're going to start off with the lovely Friday night fixture of Bristol City and Norwich City. This is a good match at the minute. Both of these teams are fighting for the chance to get into the top six, get into those playoff positions. Bristol City just behind, Norwich City a bit of a way to go, so they could do with the points a little bit more to keep themselves in this race. Going into it, obviously Bristol City back-to-back draws and Norwich City drawing a loss in the past two. Norwich's form a little bit worse than Bristol City's form, who haven't lost in the past 5 games. Going against some decent opposition as well, if you take it into consideration. Sheffield United, Hull, you should probably win that, but never mind. Beat Millwall, beat Middlesbrough, drew with Cardiff. They've beaten teams that are quite good, and then, well, Millwall. And then they're drawing to teams like Cardiff and Hull. But either way, points are points, and they're getting them. That's all you need to keep doing. Norwich, however, losing to Sheffield Wednesday, drawing to Oxford, drawing to Blackburn, beating Stoke, but on a 4-2, you should be trying to keep a clean sheet against a team like Stoke. And a draw against Hull as well. Speaking of all these bottom sides, if results go their way this weekend, I'm going to be doing a video talking about them, all of them. So we'll see. There's obviously the international break, so there's a chance for me to make some cool videos. Watch this space, 20 subscribers coming soon. But anyways, for this result, I'm going to say Bristol City 2, Norwich 1. We've started off with a 2-1. How boring is that? Next match, we're moving on to the 12:30 kickoffs on Saturday. We've got Millwall and Stoke. We've just talked about we've talked about both these teams against opposition, obviously. Millwall's form, 3 losses, 2 wins against Watford and Derby, losses against obviously Leeds recently, Bristol City and Crystal Palace in the cup. So you can't knock them for losing to Crystal Palace. Bristol City, as we know, they're in good form. Leeds, obviously in good form apart from the Pompey result. So, fair enough. And then we go over to Stoke's form. They've got a win against Blackburn Rovers. That's a good win. Just narrowly missing out against Coventry. Should have been a draw, really, so they did well. But ultimately, didn't defend in the last few minutes. You've got Stoke City and Watford there, 0-0. So, again, another game where not really a lot went on. Stoke won, Middlesbrough 3, so another loss, and then Norwich and Stoke we spoke about, that was a 4-2. So they're scoring goals, apart from obviously against Watford. But will they score against Millwall? Probably. Millwall's defence isn't too bad, but against Leeds in the midweek, it was a bit shocking actually, but there is a lot of injuries going on over at Millwall. Same goes for Stoke City as well, though. If we look at the table, obviously Millwall are a mid-table team, 13th, Stoke City 19th, looking to get away from relegation, and they're doing well at the minute, obviously, with a win. I won't mind them getting another win here, actually. I can see them scraping a 1-0. That doesn't sound unrealistic, so I'm going to say 1-0 here. I don't know who I fancy scoring, to be honest, so I'm just going to look at the team. I'm gonna pick a goal scorer for this one, because I've only said 1 goal. I'll tell you who's going to score it. Man like Baker in the middle as the cam. Lewis Baker. He's going to get a goal here. I don't want his last one, to be fair, but good luck, lad. That was a bit of a risky thing to do, to be honest, because I don't really know the Stoke team. Anyways, the other 12:30 kickoff, one that we're all very interested in after this happened last season around a similar time. Queen's Park Rangers versus Leeds United. So QPR obviously at home. Same time last season, sort of managed to do an absolute blinder and beat Leeds 4-0. A day that I would like to forget, but it haunts me. And with it being the similar time in the season as well, I am a bit worried about this one. However, Ilias Chair injured, Sam Field injured. They've got quite a few of the decent players injured. They've lost the past 4 matches. Only one of them being a home match though. That was against Sheffield United. 4-0 derby. Do not bring that sort of form back, please. As for Leeds, obviously, beating Millwall, losing to Portsmouth, drawing to West Brom, beating Sheffield United and beating Sunderland. So I'm expecting a win, but to tell you the truth, I am absolutely crapping my pants. I'm just scared. I don't want the same thing to happen again. But I am going to probably go with another 2-0 win for Leeds. The QPR squad, that's just showing me the main squad, and I'm seeing a lot of the players. They like to get the goals shared between the team, a bit like Leeds, so I respect it, I do. Doing alright under the manager as well. But with the recent form, I can see it being 2-0. They only failed to score against West Brom though. So recently it suggests a goal, but I don't think that the Leeds defence will be conceding. However, with Farke doing late substitutions, I'm not too confident in that, to be honest. So I'm going to say Leeds 2, QPR 1. Goals from Dan James and Joe Pirro. Assist for really bloody Junior Firpo because he's mental. I don't know why I forgot his name then. Moving on, we've got the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and I believe that's it for the week, yeah. So these are all 3 o'clock. Blackburn Rovers and Cardiff. Blackburn losing in the midweek against Stoke. Losing to Derby, drawing to Norwich, losing to Swansea, and beating Plymouth. But both of these teams are in similar form. Cardiff losing to Luton, losing to Sunderland, losing to Burnley, losing to Villa, which you can't fault them for, and beating Hull, sorry. They didn't beat Cardiff, let's find that out. I always do that. I fancy a Cardiff win, to be honest. You've got some big names out of the Blackburn team. Wayman, Wharton. There's 2 examples. I can't be bothered naming the whole thing. There's about 8 players injured. Cardiff have 3, and as I've said before, they are playing in that false position. You expect them to win, be higher up in the table than they are. Blackburn's starting to fall off a little bit now after Eustace has departed. I can see that being a trend that continues. So I'm going to say Cardiff 2, Blackburn Rovers 0. Sorry, Blackburn fans. Shouldn't have given up your manager. Well, I don't think you really had a choice. Anyway, Coventry Sunderland, big match. Big match. Both teams dropping points during the week, I believe. Derby beat Coventry. Sunderland drew to Preston. Other than that, obviously, we know Coventry's form. Win against Stoke, Oxford, Preston, and Sheffield Wednesday. As for Sunderland, beat Cardiff, beat Sheffield Wednesday, lost to Hull, lost to Leeds. I can see a draw here, to be honest. I'd like to go with 1-1. Hadji Wright and Isidore, probably. You know, the top goal scorers for both clubs probably get a goal. That doesn't seem too unrealistic. They're both brilliant sides, both fighting to stay. Well, Sunderland are fighting to stay in the playoff positions, but Coventry want as many points as possible to try and catch up, to stay away from the fight that's going on underneath them. So yeah, that seems fair enough. Luton Town at home to Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough, a team very much out of form. How does this man still have his job? I keep saying it every week. He needs to go. So you look at the Middlesbrough injury list. You got 3, 6, 9, 10 injured players. What in the Tottenham is going on here? They did beat QPR though. Cardiff obviously lost to Luton, so that's a Luton win. So they've both got similar-ish forms. Middlesbrough looking a little bit better, but losing to Swansea just really put me off them, to be fair. But despite the injuries, I see a Middlesbrough win 3-1. I'm not going to do goal scorers for that because I haven't a clue, to be fair. Oxford United and Watford. Oxford in the bottom half, Watford in the top half. Watford pushing for playoffs, doing well. As for Oxford's form, 1 loss, 1 draw, and then 3 losses. So that's loss, draw, loss. I don't know why I said it like that. I could have said 4 losses, but I wanted to try and format it. But anyways, it don't matter. Oxford lose this one, and they're slipping towards relegation, especially with how the other teams are doing at the minute. So I'm going to say Watford probably get a 1-0 result here, same as during the midweek against Swansea, 1-0. That seems fair enough. I don't really know what else to say about them. They're both teams that I don't really pay much attention to. I just know that Watford are doing quite well. Then we're going to move on to bottom of the table clash in Plymouth Argyle and Derby County. One of them has to win. but which one? Well, John Eustace has finally found form with Derby County, and Plymouth Argyle, despite having a good win against Portsmouth, I think will probably lose this one. I think this has got 2-1 written on it, to be fair. Look at recent form, they've both got 3 losses, but Derby have 2 wins. Plymouth have the 1, and then the draw as well. They've got 2 suspended players as well, so this just has a Derby win written on it, despite the injury list. God, a lot of the Championship teams have large injury lists, though. The Leeds are quite lucky, they've only got 3. What should I get, like, mass injury now, I've said that. So I'm going to say Derby. Did I say Derby 2-0? I think I did. That's what I'm going with anyways. Moving on to Preston and Portsmouth. Preston at home, probably get a win here. You've got Portsmouth, who did good against Leeds. They've beat QPR and Oxford as well in that time. And you look at Preston, they've got a bit of terrible form, but the only win coming in the cup as well. So, league form-wise, it's not very good. Did they get a win before that, though? Where are they on the table? They're here. No, draw, loss, draw, loss, draw. Should we go for Preston to beat it and get a win this time? I'm talking 2-0, I think. Come on, Greenwood, let's have one. Swansea and Burnley. Oh, not done Sheffield United yet. No, do they have a Sunday match? I'll have to have a look. This video's dog man. Swansea and Burnley. Swansea at home. Probably not going to get a win here. Trafford being called up to the England squad. Proves how late I'm recording this. It's on Friday. Quick turnaround though from the Finn Mercury channel. Trafford with the England call up. He's deserved really. He's a brilliant keeper. And he's going to keep Swansea out of the back of the net. And they are going to win 2-0. Goals from John Joe Shell, who's already injured. Bro. Goals from Brownhill, probably. And Jaden Anthony? Yeah, we'll go with that. And then we've got West Brom, Hull City. Hull away against West Brom. West Brom good for a draw at the minute, so without even looking at it, I'm just going to say 1-1 and move on. Go on, Joe Geldart. He's doing well at the minute as well, isn't he? Right, I believe there's a Sunday match then. Yes, there is. It's the Sheffield Derby. And then there's no predictions until Friday the 28th of March. Wow. Gives me a lot of time to experiment, doesn't it? So Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United. They're at Hillsborough. So doesn't change anything really. Sheffield United still going for the win, applying pressure to Leeds. But I reckon it's going to be a close one. I'm going to throw out a crazy scoreline because it literally just happened to Sheffield Wednesday. They won 3-2, but this time they're going to lose 3-2. Both got quite a few injuries. Genuinely, most of the teams have a large injury list. It's quite concerning. But yeah, I'm going to say 3-2 to Sheffield United, and it's another 3 points to keep Leeds a bit worried. But 2-point lead ain't too bad. 4 away from Burnley as well, so they'll keep that up as well. But honestly, that's about it for this one. A few experimental videos coming out with the window being the window of matches. There's nothing because of the international break. I was going to do one talking about the England squad, but I don't really have any input, to be fair. What I want to say has already been said by most people, so I'll leave that. Could report on the first game that Tuchel takes over. I won't mind that. I'll probably do a separate video for the Liverpool and Newcastle final instead of incorporating that into the into the Premier League video. So 3 videos this weekend. Lucky you. So that's the Sunday upload as well. So look at me go, Mr. Consistent. Anyways, I'll have to see you all in the next one because this one's gone on for way too long. Tomorrow morning, Premier League, about 10 o'clock-ish. We'll see if I can get it out in time, hopefully. I would do it tonight, but I don't really like double uploading, so, you know, I should have done this yesterday, but it don't matter. Next video, obviously, I've told you, so see you there, hopefully. Let's see if we get any right this week. Bye for now.